Taeguk Yukjang consists of 5 key moves. 손날 얼굴 비틀어 맞기, 돌려차기, 얼굴 바깥 맞기, 아래 헤쳐 맞기, and 바탕손 안 맞기. These are the key moves of Taeguk Yukjang. We will now take a closer look at each of the key moves of Taeguk Yukjang. 손날 얼굴 비틀어 맞기 is a technique used to perform 얼굴 바깥 맞기, using the performance thrusting foot and the opposite hand blade. First, twist your torso about 45 degrees from the 앞구비 posture. Your arms should cross and pass in front of your face, and bakan maki performed with the tip of your hands facing upward. Your blocking arm should cross outside your assisting arm. Be careful not to let your hand blade move outside the end of the line from your shoulder. The knee of your hind leg should not bend, and your sole must not leave the ground. 돌려차기 is a technique used to spin and kick a target. Your kicking foot draws an arc outside in. Use the top of your foot and ball to strike the target. After kicking a target, perform a spinning kick by twisting your torso as if you're spinning your shoulder on the same side backwards. 바깥 맞기 is a technique used to block, defend your face inside out using your wrist. Your blocking arm should cross past your face from outside your assisting arm to perform the 바깥 맞기. Your elbow should point downward, your fist upward, and at a philtrum elevation. Be careful not to let your blocking wrist move outside the end of the line from your shoulder when performing the move. 아래 헤쳐 맞기 is a technique used to block the lower body by crossing your arms in an X formation. It begins with your arms crossed in an X formation in front of your chest. Lower your arms to your lower abdomen, then block the lower part of your body from both sides. When blocking your lower body, your arms should straighten naturally, and the space between your fist and legs should be about 2 raised fists length. Also, the back of your hammer fist and your front thigh should be aligned when seen from the front. 바탕손 안 맞기 is a technique used to block, defend the torso inward by using the palm of your hand. Raise the fist of your assisting arm slightly to your solar plexus level. Your blocking hand should start about 1 hand length above your shoulder to block inward. When blocking, the palm of your hand should be placed in front of your solar plexus and your armpit should be touching your body. Your elbow should point downward. Block by pulling the elbow of your blocking arm to your body and pull the elbow of your assisting arm at the same time, brushing the waist. These are the key moves of Taeguk Yukjang. We will now look at the moves in succession, connecting each move. The key moves of Taeguk Yukjang, first part, consist of 오른 아래맞기, 오른 앞차기, and 왼 바깥 맞기, and 왼 앞차기, and 오른 몸통 바깥 맞기. Bend your knee after performing 앞차기. Then perform preparatory 바깥 맞기 by crossing both arms in front of your chest. Complete the maki by touching the ground with your kicking foot. Concentrate on naturally connecting the 2 moves when training. Cautions for Taeguk Yukjang, first part, taking a closer look. When performing 뒤로 돌아딛기, by spinning 180 degrees from 오른 뒷구비, shift your weight to your left leg. Spin using the ball of your foot as an axis, then set your foot. We will now practice the moves of Taeguk Yukjang, first part in succession while watching the video. The key moves of Taeguk Yukjang, second part, consist of 오른 비틀어 맞기, 오른 돌려차기, and 왼 바깥 맞기. and oren jirugi. Oren aptagi and wen jirugi. Oren pakatmaki and wen jirugi. Wen aptagi and oren jirugi. And are hechomaki. After performing oren doryochagi, set your foot so the tip of your kicking foot points in the direction of progression about 1.5 steps forward. Then, set your left foot 90 degrees to the left and perform pakatmaki and oren jirugi in succession. After aptagi, bend your knee and perform preparatory jirugi. Then complete jirugi when the kicking foot touches the ground. Cautions for Taeguk Yukjang, second part, taking a closer look. When setting your kicking foot forward after doryochagi, your steps should not be too narrow. When your arms cross during are hechomaki, the inside-outside of your arms must switch. We will now practice the moves of Taeguk Yukjang second part in succession while watching the video. The key moves of Taeguk Yukjang, third part, consist of wen bituromaki, wen doryochagi, and oren aremaki, wen aptagi, and oren pakatmaki, wen aremaki, and oren aptagi, and wen pakatmaki. After performing wen doryochagi, set your kicking foot about 1.5 steps forward. Set your right foot backwards. Then spin your torso to the right. Perform oren aremaki by spinning and setting your foot backwards in one move using the ball of your left foot as an axis. Bend your knee after aptagi. Then perform preparatory pakatmaki by crossing your arms in front of your chest. Complete maki by setting your kicking foot. Always keep in mind that the two moves should connect naturally. Cautions for Taeguk Yukjang, third part, taking a closer look. Always remember that moves consisting of 2 or 3 consecutive moves must connect naturally without any break. We will now practice the moves of Taeguk Yukjang, third part, in succession while watching the video. The key moves of Taeguk Yukjang, fourth part, consist of wen sonnal godoromaki, oren sonnal godoromaki, wen patang son anmaki, and oren jirugi, and oren patang son anmaki, and wen jirugi. Shift your weight to your left foot from the previous move. Set your right foot 90 degrees to the right. Then perform wen sonnal godoromaki and jirugi. Next, shift your weight to your right foot. Set your left foot back. Twist your torso. Then take the preparatory sonnal maki posture. At the same time, your left heel should also point in the direction of your set back foot. Place the palm of your hand in front of your solar plexus. Be careful not to let your armpits move away from your body, and your elbows should point downward. Quickly transition to jirugi after performing patang son maki. Set your foot backwards in a straight line. Cautions for Taeguk Yukjang, fourth part, taking a closer look. When assuming the baro posture, move your front foot backwards. When stepping back, the foot moving back should set first and not draw an arc in the process. Be careful not to overdo the spin the moment your foot touches the ground. We will now practice the moves of Taeguk Yukjang, fourth part, in succession while watching the video. This concludes the training for Taeguk Yukjang. We will take another look at the moves and master Poomsae.